crazy.
This film is called The Perfect Recipe. It is a romantic dramedy about a down-on-his-luck elderly chef who discovers that his wife, who ran out on him decades before, is present at his restaurant. And in an attempt to flood her mind with memories, he serves her the soup that broke up their marriage. Our main character, Joe, who is struggling to keep his dream restaurant alive. One stormy night in a particularly stormy town, he suddenly smells a familiar perfume. This triggers a catalogue of memories. In a collection of flashbacks, we learn that Joe once had a wife who helped him curate his lifelong ambition, the perfect soup. He spent years in their cramped kitchen, adding and removing ingredients. His wife Jolene was supportive, and in the beginning of their relationship sat in the kitchen with him, watching him slave over the stove. Over time, the soup could no longer fill the cracks in their relationship, and she felt that he was more in love with the idea of the perfect recipe than he was with her. One night, a big fighting match ensued, and causing her to storm out, moving to a warm island somewhere and never returning, until now. Back in present time, a waiter hands Joe the last order of the night. He puts his heart and soul, sweat and tears into this recipe, and finally walks slowly to her table. He watches as she recognizes him, slowly takes a bite of his soup. She looks back up with tears in her eyes, tasting what could have been. Because this film will only have 2 locations, it sits nicely in terms of the budget. It will also be relatively easier to cast because you only need a couple actors. There is a severe lack of elderly representation in the film and television industry today. This creates a tone that implies that older people don't deserve screen time, and are often portrayed as proverbial old maids or reclusive spinsters. I felt I needed to create a story about older people in love. Having worked as a producer and cinematographer on past films, I feel that I have collected enough knowledge to be a writer and director. Thanks so much for watching.
Why, it's delicious.